This video gives an introduction to a new online game observation system that we'll be implementing in the coming year, especially over leagues operated by Basketball Victoria and officiated by VBRA officials, and as well as that, a domestic version for potential use at association and branch level. The basic process involves the use of an online form by the coach. The coach referees the game. He enters or she enters the ratings and the comments as appropriate, and then with internet access, clicks the submit button. They can do this on any appliance, a phone, a tablet or a computer, and they can do it either at the game, straight after the game. They can enter it during the game if they wish, and there's an option to complete some notes to support what you enter later on if you prefer to write down stuff as you go through and enter it afterwards. Once this is done automatically, the referee coach, gets a full report of the game based on what they've entered. Each referee gets an individual report detailing their performances, and if required, you can accumulate the data into an admin spreadsheet at administration level to collate the data and get an overall view of your evaluations. There's a domestic version that has multiple drop-down menus in a range of areas. The TPO version and the 3PO version consolidate the fouls, mechanics, violation things, individual areas into one drop-down matrix to make it a bit more concise. What it looks like is basically it's in sections. Each section can be expanded and contracted to suit. This is the introduction part where you put in information about the game. The referee performance is entered via drop-down menus according to the grid, as is your estimation of the game difficulty. In the domestic version, these areas are expanded to make a more detailed comment, with the feeling being that at a domestic level they might not get evaluated as regularly as they will in a league situation, so they need more detail. So the one for fouls, as an example, has a drop-down area. Similarly, there's mechanics, there's one for signals, violations, communications and so forth. So rather than the single matrix, as you can see, at a domestic level, they're in separate areas. All versions have a rating of the game based on criteria. It's a scale of 1 to 7, and just a general comment about how the officials went on the particular game as to its appearance to you as an observer. You can give positives and areas to work on for each referee, and you can make, if you wish, a comment about each referee individually. And finally, if you choose to do so, on top of all of those feedback areas, you can give feedback that only will go to the administration of the league and or association. So if there was an issue with the game, that's where you'd enter it, and that wouldn't be included on the referee reports, but it would be on the other ones and back to the administration. The reports the referees get are quite professional in appearance, containing all the data that you've entered, and they're emailed directly to them and the coach. The spreadsheet is quite large and very detailed. You won't be able to read this, but you can get an idea of the comprehensive nature of the information it conveys. And on this section, which is way to the right, you get an idea of the variety of lengths of comments that some coaches have entered in this particular trial. Our feeling is generally that a sentence or two is more than enough to convey what is intended. So our plans are to use the 2PO in Big V, VJBL, and then CBL later in the year. It's our feeling it fulfills all of those requirements. The domestic association one is slightly different in that we're going to offer it as a free service to any branch. They can feel it wherever they wish, use it wherever they wish rather, and the data collected is going to be within the branch only. We won't centralise it. It's free. We'll set it up for you, or if you want to set up your own Jotform account, because this Jotform has a lot of potential uses within a branch. We'll share the form with you so you can use it. You choose whichever you want to use, and if you do want to centralise things, you'll need a Google account. but that's easy. We can set that up for you. We're currently trialling the system in a number of associations, and if you'd like to join this trial, please, if you could contact Pat Crow at Basketball Victoria. Thanks.